All right, Trace, and good morning. I think what I'm going to do, previous videos, I feel like there's been a little too much involved because I've got the ASX stuff, I've got the US stocks, I've got SPACs, I've got ETFs, and I've got Forex. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it up. So the ASX is just going to be one video, then the rest is going to be a second. So I just want to just give an end of week update to my position. So I have got rid of AR9 and I've got rid of Telstra as well. So I've got a little bit of capital to deploy. Look, my thoughts on where that's going. It's going to stay in the account here for the stock trading. My thoughts are it won't be NGA. It's a US SPAC. Let's bring up INF. So I briefly want to talk about INF here. Now, ideally with INF, we can come back down to 19 for a bounce. Now, my thoughts with this and how I'm going to position it, I've freed up about 5,000. Probably going to put about 2,500 into INF. Then the second position, I've got two thoughts. So now just to explain myself. So INF, the thesis here is that lithium is going to be in demand and continue to be in demand with the extra demand on electric vehicles. And I guess this will be a position that I'll hold for a little while, 12 to 24 months at least. Now, there's INF and there's also PLS. So just from a price perspective, obviously INF is a little more appealing. But PLS is also, I was half thinking to myself, I would just split it and go into both. Really, the entry on PLS was when it came down to 101.5. Right there, and then it bounced. So that was unfortunate. But I'm sorry, I'm just catching the crypto as well. That's cooling off a little bit. So yeah, that's PLS and that's INF. There's another one as well. I think these guys are in lithium. This is even lower priced, actually. Yeah. So just something else to consider. Obviously, from a price action standpoint, this is parabolic. So probably going to have to wait for it to come back down to earth, to be fair, before I get into that. Then we've got GXY as well. So INF is really probably the top of the list. I mean, a small pullback to 19. Well, it's significant percentage-wise move, but, that's what I'll be looking for next week. Because, if you have a look at lithium and what it's done this week, it's been very strong. And I'd just love to see maybe a little cool off on Monday. But, if not, I might just position myself. It's not a large amount of money, but I do see some good potential with INF. So the GXY is also lithium as well. So I guess the thing is with these things is that you risk a small amount because it's quite speculative still. And you hold the position in a quality company. Obviously it's lower price, so there's good reward to risk ratio. So those are my thoughts, really, guys. So that said, there might be a couple more that I will update. I know I don't post so much on YouTube these days. I do post to a paid forum, Forex Trading Asia. It's called Forex Trading Asia, but I still talk about stocks as well. So now my other thought is FMG. There might be an ad on FMG. I know analysts say that it is overpriced, but the market is disregarding that strongly. If you have a look at what the analysts say about Afterpay and what it did, so it's G's US index a little bit stronger as well. So right, that's bullish right there. Although it does have a little bit of resistance to deal with, but I am considering adding into FMG as well. So it'll be about 2,500 in INF, 2,500 into iron ore. Now I know back in 2013 was the peak of iron ore per ton, the price per ton, and then it cooled off. But I guess now with Brazil and Africa, where iron ore comes from as well, obviously besides Western Australia, there's significant issues with COVID still. So, my thought process there would be continue to drive, supply lower, and with China, and its demands, it just, will raise the price of FMG a little bit more. My main thesis, really. So, INF, FMG, and again, there's a few other lithium plays. It's just going to be seeing what happens on Monday will be the thought there. And that's really, there's a couple other things on the ASX. There's PLY as well. Again, lower price speculative play, but something I'm looking at. I'd love to see it come down like 38 would be good. From IPO, it has doubled. So, that's something to pay attention to. Oh, when it reopen, sorry. So that's just, 20 odd cents. That's something to pay attention to. EMN as well, Euro manganese is something I'm watching as well. And even though these guys are magnesium miners, or manganese, the thing with this is that there is still a reliance with the batteries for electric vehicles with magnesium as well. So I'll pay attention to that. Look, that's really it on the ASX. There's a couple others. There's coals as well as more of a longer term defensive play. So the lithium plays I'm bargaining on. It is an investment and a hold for at least 12 months. But this would be, I would, feel quite confident just putting this in, not even checking in on it with coals. So I'll just reformat that a little bit. So it does have a little more downside to recent support down at like 17, mid 17s. RFF. I need another coffee. Oh wait, not even 6 a.m. And that had not a bad day. So that's again like a dividend paying stock, smallish, but with some good growth potential as well. It's actually been like climbing pretty nicely. But I think that's the video, guys. So that's the ASX update. So as you can see, it's, I'm actually not, I've cleaned things up significantly. At one point I had around 12 in the portfolio, but, and one more actually, let's talk about Zip as well. That's something I've held before, got in and got out for a small loss. Well, maybe more than a small loss. I got in like 677, got out at 552, so it was $7,500 in that. So it's, it was actually moving pretty well with Afterpay. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, and then Friday it did cool off a little bit. So although the candle isn't too bad for the weekly. That's what it looks like. So not really that bad on the daily. It's just range bound still. It's looking, they've done a lot of diluting recently. So we'll see. We'll see how this one plays out. That's another one I might watch. But that is it, guys. Thank you for watching. The next video is going to be the US update. And I guess this can be ETFs as well. Most of my ETFs a little bit of bonds and cash, Australian shares, gold. Gold really has just sort of cooled it. Everything that's going on. It's a lot of crypto. There's no crypto ETF. I'd love to get involved in a crypto ETF, but that's that, guys. So thanks for watching. Hope everyone has a great weekend, and I'll check in again this time next week.